Hare Krishna. So we'll chant the Jai Radha Madhava prayers. Can you reduce the volume? So behind the speaker there is a knob. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Little more again. Hare Krishna. That's good. Jayo Radha Madhava. At increase. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Dava Kunja Vihari Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram. Jayo Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jayo Gauranitai. Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda, Jayo Srinivas Govinda. Jayo Prahlad Narsimha, Jayo Prahlad Narsimha, Jayo Prahlad Narsimha, Jayo Prahlad Narsimha. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Nittai Gauranga ki, Shri Srinivas Govinda ki, Shri Prahlad Narsimha Dev ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nittai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we'll be discussing from second chapter, text 44. It's displayed on the screen, so please repeat after me. Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam, Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam, Tayapahrata chetasam, Tayapahrata chetasam, Vyavasatmika buddhihi, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi, Samadau na vidyate, Samadau na vidyate, Bhogaishvarya prasaktanam, Tayapahrata chetasam, Vyavasayatmika buddhihi, samadau na vidyate. So I'll read the word-to-word meaning, translation and purport, and then we can discuss. So today we have to end by 12:30. There is some Sunday school presentations. So we will not repeat. I will just go ahead and read. Bhoga, material enjoyment. Aishwarya, opulence. Prashaktanam, those who are so attached. Taya, by such things. Aprahata chetasam, bewildered in mind. Vyavasayatmika, fixed determination. Buddhihi, devotional service of the Lord. Samadau, in the controlled mind. Na, never. Vidyate, does take place. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charna Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination of devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Purport. Samadhi means fixed mind. The Vedic dictionary, the Nirukti says, Samyak adhiyate asmin atmatattva yatatmayam. When the mind is fixed for understanding the self, it is called Samadhi. Samadhi is never possible for persons interested in material sense enjoyment, nor for those who are bewildered by such temporary things. They are more or less condemned by the process of material energy. The sense the purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, here in this second chapter, as we all know, it is very much called as the contents of the Gita summarized. So, Krishna is actually speaking everything, and it's very dense, very overloaded in one sense. And that is why from the third chapter onwards, it is further elaboration of what Krishna spoke. Right? So here Krishna initially spoke to Arjuna that you're not the body, you're the soul. The soul can't be killed, so you should do your duty. So you should not worry about doing the duty and fighting. And even if your uncles, grandparents, and brothers, they all get killed, it is the body is temporary. The soul will take on another body, and so you should not stop from doing your duty. You should not be worried that they will be lost or annihilated, because deep down there, the soul, the body is a temporary situation, and it will go away one day. So that should not stop you from doing your duty. Right? So Krishna speaks all this, and then he says, now I will tell you a way by which you can do your duty such a way that you won't face any reactions. So that is what Krishna starts speaking. Now he introduces the concept of yoga. Right? Buddhi yukta yaya partha karma bandham prahasyasi. So Krishna is in text 39. He starts saying that buddhi yogetva imam shrinu. Now listen. Shrinu means listen. I will talk about this buddhi yoga. What is this buddhi yoga? Buddhi means intelligence. Yoga means establishing your connection with Krishna. Now, if you work in this buddhi yoga, if you anyway have to do your duty. You have to do your duty, you have to fight, you have to kill your enemies. But there is a trick, there is a deep secret. If you do your duty in such a way, what is that such a way? In buddhi yoga. Buddhi means intelligence, yoga means connection with the Lord. If you act in such a way so that you are actually in connection with the Supreme Lord, what happens? Then buddhi yukta yaya partha, with that knowledge, in that attitude when you work, karma bandham prahasyasi. You will actually be liberated from this karma bandham. Bandham means a knot, a hard, a knot, a binding factor. What is the binding factor? Karma is the binding factor. We all heard many times law of karma. And when something good happens, we say, oh, some good karma he has done in the past life, he is enjoying. Or when something bad happens, oh, some bad karma, right? We all know, it's a very common phrase in South India or in North India. Something happens, so they say, oh, ayyo pavam, oh, bechara, pata nahi kya paap kiya, punar, pichla janm mein. Like that, say it's a known fact that karma bandham, whatever karma you do, it binds you. You do good things, you get good result. You do bad things, you get bad results. So now Krishna is telling Arjuna, karma bandham prahasyasi. Now work in such a way so that you won't have any results at all. Neither good results nor bad results. It is a transcendental way of doing work without reaction. So in this, he goes on saying, and one of the verse, he says that who are in this path, text 41, he introduces the concept of vyavasayatmika buddhi, means single pointed, fixed in attention. So he says, vyavasayatmika buddhi ekehi kuru nandana. He says, become fixed in determination to be resolute on this path. Take up this path that I am going to talk about, this buddhi yoga, this transcendental way of doing work, so that there won't be any reaction. So he's saying, oh Kuru Nandana, he's saying, oh, son of the Kuru dynasty, take up this path in a very fixed, determined way, right? And then he's saying, if you're not fixed and determined, then, you will be doing all kinds of things. So he's saying, those who are resolute on this path are resolute in purpose and their aim is one. So one fixed mind, right? You come to know about this buddhi yoga, you become very fixed and do it. And those who are resolute and their aim is one, they do this. But others, he's saying the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. Means one who is not fixed, their intelligence is many branched. They will be doing so many things. Sometimes we come across some people, they are constantly engaged. You meet them every 6 months, they're doing something new. I know one of my friend, he was visiting some particular temple, something he was there. I said, okay, continue, that's good. Then suddenly I meet him next time, now he's associated with some other organization, something else he's doing. And now next time I met him, he has given up all those things. He is a local area president of the laughing club. He has a laughing club now. So there are so many things, every time irresolute in purpose. Every time they're doing something different. Sometimes suddenly they're spiritual. Sometimes suddenly they're physical. He has a big explanation. He can speak 1 hour how laughing helps in good health and all. Definitely, laughing is good. But still, this is irresolute. So many things they're doing. But Krishna is saying you have to become resolute. And in this verse, he is giving one of the reason what causes that irresoluteness. Why is it that some people are not fixed? Is one main reason he explains. He says that Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam, this attachment to Bhogaishwarya. Bhogaishwarya means material enjoyment, Bhoga, enjoying. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya parata chetasam. Taya aparata chetasam. Chetasam means intelligence. It is bewildered, it is disturbed, it is distracted. Why Bhogaishwarya? So if you are into material enjoyment, it distracts your mind. Taya aparata chetasam. And then what happens? Vyavasayatmeka buddhi samadho na vidyate. Because of this, they won't be able to come to the point of single-pointed determination to make spiritual progress. So Krishna is revealing the problem. So these people, they're switching now and then, doing different things all the time. They're not fixed in this process of yoga, this buddhi yoga, to make advancement in spiritual life. Why are they not fixed up? Because of Bhoga Ishwarya, because of material enjoyment. Enjoying the material circumstances. So if somebody is too much into material enjoyment, he can't make spiritual progress. So Krishna is revealing this to Arjuna. He is telling him, actually Krishna is instructing all of us. He is giving us some clues what you should not be doing. You should not be going for material enjoyment. Now why? What is the problem of material enjoyment? People feel good when they get material enjoyment, right? What is material enjoyment? We are the spirit soul, we are the Atma, but we are covered by material layers. The outermost covering is this body, made of matter, right? Gross matter. The 5 senses, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ear, the skin, the touch. And what is bhoga? What is this material enjoyment? When you see something beautiful, the eyes are satisfied. When you hear something, very nice, very pleasing, the ears are satisfied. When you smell something good, the nose, you feel pleasure, you feel good. When you taste something good, you feel good, right? There's a good experience. And when you touch something nice, comfortable, right? Today, it's not very hot, but when it was hot few days ago, when you turned on the AC, it felt good. PG&D kept sending flex alerts. It's like, okay, you stay, you're alert. I want to stay cool. Right? So So what is wrong? It's a good experience, right? Feel good factor. And then there is, beyond the external body, there is the covering of mind. What is mind? Mind is satisfied when things go as per your plan. When children are very obedient, they're listening to you, mind is satisfied. When the wife, husband are also very, adjustable, they're listening, mind is very satisfied. But somebody rebels, rejects your boss with your work, sorry, I couldn't finish my work yesterday, I will do it today. No problem, do it today, your mind is satisfied. But if the boss is upset, this was the deadline, this, the mind becomes disturbed. Your friends, no proper reciprocation, your child becomes rebellious, your husband or wife becomes challenging, your friend, your neighbor, mind is all disturbed, right? So that is the mind. But when everything is going good, mind is pleased, you feel good, right? What is wrong in material enjoyment, one would say? The senses are pleased, the mind is pleased. And intelligence, when is intelligence pleased? When everything is, you're able to understand everything makes sense, everything is logical, everything, everything is aligning, your intelligence is also pleased, you feel good. So let's take an example, a classic example of what is it that satisfies all this? Any idea? What is one example of an activity that satisfies you at all levels, most of the levels? The senses, the mind and intelligence. Any example? I'll give an example. It's a movie, a very nice movie. That's right. So why is it billions and millions, trillions dollar industry? You go to a movie, you go inside, very nice air conditioned, right? And the movie started, let's say, is a very good actor, very good director, very nice cinematography, choreography, all that. Your eyes are pleased, very beautiful. They're showing, sometimes they show Alaska, they show different places which we never get to go, right? Very beautiful, everything is nice. Eyes are pleased, your ears are pleased, very good background score, background music. There are musicians who are very famous. Oh, if they have done music, I want to watch a movie. Some people are like that. So the ears are pleased. And let's say it is very nice, air conditioned, nice room freshener is also there. Your nose is also pleased. And very comfortable, seating arrangement, very nice chair. Your sense of touch is also pleased, everything going good. Only tongue is remaining. How is tongue pleased? Get the popcorn and soda with extra butter. All five senses pleased. Oh, what a good deal. And then the movie starts and is going on. How will the mind be pleased? Very nice plot. They're showing everything. The hero, or the whatever the character, everything is aligning, right? The hero is very strong. Your mind is pleased. Yeah, hero is supposed to be strong. The villain is very crooked. Also makes sense. Yeah, the crooked guy. Mind is pleased. And then hero has good friends, very helpful and all that. Your mind is still pleased, right? And then, things like this, everything, good relationships. You start associating with the movie. Everything is good. And then how is intelligence pleased? Good direction. Director has used a lot of intelligence. Sometimes he's showing from different angles. And he's very clearly, the plot is going, no confusion. Why this scene happened, why that happened, why this happened. Very clearly the director is showing, very sequential, everything is understanding. So senses are pleased, mind is pleased, intelligence pleased. Very good deal. That is why billions of dollars, trillions of dollars are being spent. So what is the problem? Now, what is the problem? Krishna is saying, Bhogeshwari Prasaktanam, it doesn't take you towards self-realization. If everything is a good deal, I'm feeling very good, why is there a problem at all with this? That Krishna reveals in the 5th chapter. This enjoyment, he says, Yehi samsparshaja bhoga, this enjoyment, this material enjoyment, so-called material enjoyment, dukkha yonaya evate. It gives dukkha. How does it give dukkha? Everything is going at good deal, right? Everything is nice. Why is it dukkha? That Krishna explains. Because adi antavantaha kaunteya, there is a beginning and there is an end. A very good movie, what happens? When it ends, everything is going good. Suddenly, sometimes the end, gone, everything over. This is what exactly Krishna is saying. Adi antavantavyaha. Where is the end? When you see the end, everything is gone. Your hero has disappeared. Your movie, music is disappeared. Everything. Sometimes in India, you should see. If you people remember, it will be very hot day. They'll turn on the AC. Very nice, comfortable. Suddenly, the moment the end comes, they'll turn off the AC. By that, before you go out only, you will start sweating, right? So gone. All your enjoyment is gone. So once you're walking out, and if you remember any time, watching movies in India, it will be hot and crowded, and then there is a lot of traffic and there is filth, and outside the movie theater, there's so many things going on, not very pleasing. All your sense enjoyment is all gone. Only 2 hours you had a very good experience. Everything is again bad experience. Why? Antavantaha. There is an end. Krishna is saying that is why it is misery. Whatever you enjoyed, everything in one shot. The moment the end comes, everything gone. So every material enjoyment, there is an equal and opposite misery. Like the law of, Newton's law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The law of material enjoyment is every material pleasure has an equal and opposite misery. The moment it ends, how much you enjoyed, that much you will feel miserable. Oh, it's over. If you didn't enjoy much, it was a boring movie, your friend purchased ticket and forced you to take, when will this end? The moment it's over, you feel good. Because you didn't enjoy much, right? There is not much disappointment. But how much you enjoy, that much you will suffer. And a very practical example, our Madhu Pandit Prabhu gives an example of a relationship. Let's say you have a very good relationship, a good friend, a good lover, wife, husband, child, whatever, very good relationship. How much good the relationship is, when it breaks, that much pain it causes. Right? So this is it, equal and opposite. Like a reaction, any enjoyment, equal and opposite, misery. This is the problem with material enjoyment. So Madhu Pandit Prabhu gives an example. Let's say your love of the life, or the best friend, best relationship. Unfortunately, one day it will end. And when it ends, the exact same enjoyment you had, exact opposite misery you will have. You will remember every good time you had with that person, and you will feel bad, it's over. I can't go and meet this person again. I can't have the same experiences. Right? And unfortunately, in this material world, everything is like that. Everything has a equal and opposite misery. Starts with an enjoyment. When the end happens, it is a misery. It could be relationship. Now think of a person, a dying person. How will it be? So many, he had made some relationships, some property, some fame, some accumulation, so many things. And what is a dying person feeling? Very disappointed. Sometimes the doctor comes and says, you have only a few more hours or few more days. They'll start crying. I will lose everything. All the enjoyment they had is all going to be miserable. So this is why Krishna is saying, even though it seems like a good deal, it turns out to be a bad deal. And how bad? Exactly how much good it was? Exactly that much bad. So this is the problem. Now we will say, this is like, you blew a nice balloon and you put a pin and it blew up. This is what we know in this material world. This is how we get good experiences. Now it's all gone. So what is the solution? Krishna is saying, dukkha yonaya evate. Only dukkha. So you're saying everything in this world only leads to dukkha. I get some material pleasure with the mind, intelligence, relationships, property, everything I'm losing. There is only dukkha. Is there any sukha at all or not? So that is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is very revealing. First thing it does is that Krishna reveals the problem. And then it is very revealing. He reveals the solution also. Krishna says, we just talked about this material enjoyment is dukkha. Now he talks about sukha also. In the 6th chapter, 21st verse, Krishna says, Sukham. Oh, good. There is a mention of sukha. There is happiness. What is this sukham? Sukham atyantikam yattad buddhigrahyam atindriyam. So here is where sukham is. He's saying material enjoyment is all dukkha. But where is sukha? Sukham atyantikam. Atyantikam, not just a regular sukha. It is atyantikam means a supreme. The most highest happiness is available. How? What is this? He says, yattad buddhigrahyam atindriyam. Atindriyam means beyond the senses. Beyond the material existence, beyond the external material covering of the 5 senses, beyond the satisfying the mind, beyond satisfying intelligence, what is that? Beyond that is the Atma, the soul, the supreme, the spirit soul, the Atma is there. And Atindriyam, when you go for the pleasure of Atma, then you get happiness. What is the pleasure of Atma? The moment you say Atma, you should know what is Atma. Atma is a part and parcel of Paramatma. Mamai Vamsha Jivaloke, Krishna says. So when you say just Atma, a self-realized person, he just can't say I am self-realized without knowing the Supreme Self. Without knowing Father, I can't say I know everything about myself. So the moment Atindriya you go beyond your senses, you go to the platform of the soul, immediately that brings you to the platform of complete understanding of soul is the Supreme Soul, the Paramatma or Lord Krishna. And Atindriya is the relationship with Krishna is known as this yoga. And when that relationship is established, that is when there is happiness. So that is the secret. So we need to, that is why here Krishna is saying, that is why you do this buddhi yoga, that is why you do this connection to the Supreme. That is why samadhau na vidyate. So this samadhi is total absorption in Krishna is very much important because that is what will give us happiness. Now I will mention, we spoke about the law of material enjoyment. I will also mention the law of spiritual enjoyment, law of bhakti. When you connect to Krishna, when you get involved in devotional services, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, eating prasadam, doing kirtans, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavatam, associating with devotees, serving the devotees and serving the temple, serving the spiritual master. These are all spiritual activities. They also give pleasure. When we attend Arati, it gives pleasure. Right? When we eat nice prasadam, it gives pleasure. These also give pleasure. It's not that only materialists are enjoying, the spiritualists also enjoy. But our enjoyment will actually increase. So what is the law of spiritual enjoyment? Every spiritual pleasure is not equal, it is increasing. And it's not opposite, it is very similar. It increases and gives you more and more spiritual happiness. Material enjoyment gives misery, spiritual enjoyment gives not only equal, it is more and more. Anandam buddhi vardhanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, it goes on increasing like an ocean. An ocean, the waves are coming, it is very expansive. So this is the beauty of spiritual enjoyment, devotional service. That is why samadhi is important. That is why we have to establish our connection with Krishna. And when we do this, it will not diminish, it will only increase, and it will not give misery, but it will only give happiness. And I'll conclude with saying that in the Padma Purana, that is why the definition of Lord Rama is given. Rama means reservoir of pleasure. It is said, Ramante yogino anante, satyanande chidatmani, iti Rama padaneshu param brahmadi abhidhiyate. So this is why the Supreme Lord, Krishna or Vishnu, is also known as Rama. Rama means reservoir of pleasure. And Ramante yoginam anante, unending pleasure, the yogis are deriving. That is why we also should become yogis. We should all become bhakti yogis. We should connect to Krishna and we should derive Ramante yoginam anante, unlimited pleasure. Not like a movie or a material relationship which ends. This is ananta. There Krishna said antavaha, antavantaha. It is ending. Here this is ananta. There is no end. So that is why the spiritual master, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, they all encourage us and inspire us to do more and more devotional service because we can get unlimited happiness. That is what we are all looking for. So I'll conclude here and request all the devotees to continue doing your spiritual activities, continue doing your devotional activities. Again, as I said, chanting Hare Krishna, eating prasadam, reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, associating with temple, devotees, all the spiritual activities, it will give you more and more pleasure. All right, thank you, Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. So I'll hand it over to the Sunday school department. They have some term and presentations. Hare Krishna.
We need 2-3 helpers. All the way?